I am going to bring in some important things because, as I said, it's important, just like the finances of your own business. It's not the thing that many of us get up excited about, but nonetheless, very, very critical to the success we see. So the way I want to frame this one up is I think it is a good idea for business owners to think of Australia as a business instead of a country.
Totally.
Right. And to take that one level deeper is that you're a business owner building a business, your wealth and your life within this business. So when we get given the budget and the business of Australia is literally telling you how do they plan to spend their money over the next 12 months, this is important stuff.
Yep.
It's also something where if you understand this a little bit, you can align with it and actually achieve better results. And I'll also say that you could also, by through ignorance or not understanding, actually work against yourself in a really, really big way. And that's why I think this episode is an important one to release despite the dryness of this topic.
And to relate to that, I think about the country as a business, and every different country is in its own little ecosystem. And they've kind of like niched, right? Like you've got China with a whole heap of innovation and like manufacturing. You got US with manufacturing. You got UK doing.
Wait, you definitely don't have the US with manufacturing. The US has the tech sector, but I wouldn't call it a manufacturing country.
They go get Mexico to do the manufacturing. Then you got Germany with financing. But I would argue, like, if I lived in those countries, I would generate wealth different, and the businesses that I run to service those local countries would be fundamentally different, because I need to adapt to whatever that country is doing or whatever those peaks and troughs are, which is why I look at the budget and I actually go, as dry as it is, there are some things in here that may or may not shape the way I approach business and building wealth within that country outside of, to your point, packing up and leaving, and which I don't plan on doing. So I better understand this and play it the way that I think would be the right way to play it.
Completely. So before we go to the topic, we've done a bit of research on this one. So from like a knee-jerk reaction point of view, if you were going to give this budget a score out of 10, what would you give it? And before you answer, can't use a 7.
It's outrageous. All right, Charlie, I'm a people pleaser. You know me as a people pleaser. So I'm going to put...
I can actually see you as a politician at some point in your life.
Totally. Shut up. People have said that to me before. Don't say that. Okay, if I was the general populace, the way that this has been presented to me, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Because the general populace, I get it for the general populace. As a business owner creating wealth, I'm like wearing this hat and I'm like 6. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. And I'm putting it out there. So you would have ran in races when you're in high school, when you're in primary school, and they would have given you that little ribbon of participation. Like you started the race and you finished the race, Charlie. It doesn't matter if you came in last. You did the thing that you're meant to do. Some of that is for the participation.
So you're giving the budget a participation, or was like, oh yeah, good work there, Australia. You did a budget. Yeah.
But that's what. Hey, wait, we can't like. You have to give them some like they were there. They ran an effort. They did something. You can't shit on that. So yes, I'm going to go with a 6 out of 10, Charlie, and I'm a happy guy. What about you?
I'm going to give it a 5.
Just cut it straight down the middle. See, participation award.
No, I think there was some things I will give points towards, and some things that I just think, not so good. And
fair.
If there's one thing people can rely on me for, it is honest and direct feedback. You're not going to get a yes man out of me. It's just not going to happen.
That's why all the nice people and stuff ping me, and all the people just want some honest thing. They just go and ping yourself. Like it's like two completely different human beings.
I would say that's accurate. I'll actually say that's accurate. Now, I want to dig straight into this first point here, and I'm going to explain why I gave it a 5, and then we'll unpack more of these points. So straight out of the gate, the thing that I overwhelmingly am concerned about with Australia in general is the lack of vision and leadership. And I want to use a business owner analogy to express that. When I was reviewing this budget, what I saw is a country that is just trying to fix problems and put out fires. So that business owner that's just getting up every day and just trying to fix it, they're never actually focusing on, the next 3 years, the 5 years, the 10 years, and the 20 years. And to the point of that, I think in the long run, people who get up and operate their business just putting out fires just end up very stagnant. Like
Totally.
it's not like they progress in the same way, where if you look at companies with these astronomical visions, like putting people on Mars, you look at what they achieve and it's like, oh, it's quite a big difference.
But it's actually the point of like time kills all deals. And so us just kind of being stagnant over a period of time is actually going to set us back in comparison to everybody else who's trying to innovate and improve or has a vision. I know that we talk about China's 100-year vision quite a bit. And it's just like, well, people can rally around that. People get where it's going. Like you have this long-term goal of where you're going to, as opposed to, there's things that are happening and let's just respond to them.
But don't you want to be a part of a country with a big long-term vision? Even if you don't get to see the conclusion of that, being on that journey and being a part of it, just like I imagine being a part of like SpaceX or Tesla, it's exciting to contribute towards something in that way, where I feel like there's a big miss here of going, well, as a nation, we don't have something uniting us working towards. And you made a great point there. And the comparative thing is you look at what China's been able to achieve with their 100-year plan. That's very impressive.
I would argue, like, I wonder how many Chinese people that you ask what the 100-year plan is with a response that is unanimous or close enough to, right, different interpretations of what it would be, compared to going out and asking like the 27 million Australians and say, so what do you think Albanese's 100-year plan is, or even 50-year plan or 10-year plan is? I actually don't even think you'd ever have any consensus of anything.
I concur. So I think that's point one here of like why I'm looking at this budget and going, what I would have loved to have seen is like massive carve outs towards achieving something greater for the nation over the long term, rather than just fighting the current challenges of now and today.
Totally.
All right, so let's dig into the first point here, because, or the second one I should really say, but that overwhelmingly was something I'm thinking about, and I do hope that the political landscape changes to be more long-term focused, because I do think that's how we win.
Hey, fellow business owner, if this topic and value-packed short video has resonated with you at all, and you want to dive deeper into being a full stack business owner, check out the full episode by clicking the link on your screen or in the description right now.